points around the edges. Hardback or softback? Paperback? Does it matter?
So bites at the cherry. We're talking bites at the cherry. So this is out in hardback now, and I will promote it till the cows come home. And then in a year, we're going to make it a paperback. So that next year, I have another bite of the cherry. Now get the paperback edition. I think you've got to think about an ebook edition. So there is a Kindle edition. So if you go online to Amazon, you can find the hardback, but you can also get the Kindle, which is about half price, because a lot of people now are reading on Kindles. So I think you also should consider audiobook. So one of the things we're doing is I'm recording myself reading this. So the way I work in terms of workflow is create video, rip off the MP3, it's a technical term, take off the MP3 and put that onto iTunes as a podcast. You can then transcribe stuff. So my workflow for creating books is video interviews with people, take off the MP3s and create podcasts, transcribe that using a software platform called Temi, Temi.com. You can have an hour's interview with someone transcribed in seconds, in a couple of minutes for a few dollars. So it's a brilliant service. So then I will publish the transcript. So over the course of a year, I have the article, the transcript, the podcast, the video, then the hardback, and then I will probably recycle all of that prepared content, and then publish the paperback next year. So hardback first, then paperback. The other thing to consider is, because we do a lot of interviews, is then bundle those interviews together to create a training program. So I mentioned the live stream that I did last year. We're at 12 hours of live stream. So we're now, because people got a lot out of that, we're turning that into another book called You Should Write a Book. Called Now Write a Book. You Should Write a Book is about the why and the reasoning behind it. Now Write a Book is all the practical details. So what you begin to find is that you start creating content that is so central to your business. It's not just, you said earlier, how do I find the time in my business to write a book? As if it's a bolt-on piece of content for us. And I would say for anybody in the knowledge business, your book is your business. Because it's driving value creation for your core audience, whether that's people you want to train or people you want to inspire or people you're trying to service in some other way. You're creating marketing content. Instead of writing a blog and then compiling it into a book and trying to edit it and force it into some shape, you create the book first. So instead of blogging your book, I would say book your blog. The content marketing comes second. But everything that you then create is strategic. It's focused on the problem that you're trying to solve for your readers. Hardback, paperback, they're just elements of keeping your vision and your story, your FP stories, in the client's eyes. Because ultimately, a book helps you to be everywhere now. If you Google me, I'm like all over the internet. And frankly, for the last year, it's been just this one project. Right. So the book is our business. The book is this project. The book helps us get into facilities management industry. The book helps us serve the human resources community. The book helps us. A couple of really interesting projects recently were writing legacy books. A young student of mine sadly passed away, and I offered to his parents to tell his story. So we wrote something called The CEO's Journey. So that's a legacy journey for an individual. We gave away our rights to the revenue to the guy's family. He had 3 young daughters under 10 when he passed away. I mean, it was a tragedy on an awesome personal scale. So it is a legacy story. It's not our legacy story, but it's someone else's legacy story. And that's just been a wonderful experience to help other people to kind of go through the process of, many of your colleagues will be dealing with, wealth issues or family or legacy issues. So for us, it's not just about the commercial aspects. It is about making a difference. It is about, through your words, creating an enduring legacy of work that will touch people for years to come. This is coming up to 10 years since the guy passed away. We're going to issue a new edition of this, translated different editions. So all sorts of different reasons to write books. But if you're in the knowledge business, this should be a central part of how you communicate your values and vision to the world. No doubt about it.